Hey everyone, it's Laurie from Quick Scrap Craft. Welcome back to another Mix It Up Monday hop. This month we are using a sketch created by a Peace Craft Love Clubhouse member, Brandy Joe. You can see it up in the upper left-hand corner. Kind of looks like there's space for 3 photos, and obviously there's a bunch of mixed media in the background. So this is what we're starting with for our sketch inspiration. If you want to see what everyone else who's playing along created, then definitely go down to the playlist below. That'll just automatically take you through everyone's YouTube videos. There are a couple people who usually play on Instagram, so then I'll have individual links underneath the playlist so you can go to different YouTube channels and Instagrams and see what everyone has created based on this really awesome sketch. So first, when I was looking at the sketch, I thought I could do a single photo and maybe like 2 3x4 cut aparts on either side. But I did have 3 photos of pool time that we had back in June. And so I decided that I was going to use those instead of trying to do cut aparts. But that's just an idea for you. If you're like, well, I don't have 3 photos, maybe you have some cut aparts, or you can take some patterned paper and cut it down to 3x4 and put those on either side. So my photos originally were all 4x6. I cut down 2 of them to 3x4. That one's a pretty big one. I can't cut it down to 3x4 because I'll be cutting off my face. So I'm cutting it down to about 3.5x5. And that's going to be the center photo. So it's bigger than the other 2. You already saw me do some mixed media in the background. I was using Tim Holtz Distress Oxide Spray and just the smushing technique. I always save my packaging, scrapbook packaging. And so the plastic from that packaging is what I will spray and then use to smush down the color onto my cardstock. The color I was using from Tim Holtz was, I always say it wrong, Sparkling Lemonade. Something lemonade. Man, it's an awesome color. I love it, and I use it so often, especially for summery type photos. It's just so great. And yeah. I feel like I was going to say something else. That's the color. Oh, and then I used Vicki Boutin Foundation cardstock, just white cardstock, because it's really nice and thick. So because I want to make that center photo stand out a little bit more, I backed it onto that floral Simple Stories paper, and then I'm going to put all 3 photos together on this rainbow paper from Doodlebug. I love mixing different collections. You can see that I have pulled a whole bunch of different embellishments. Some of them are Simple Stories, some of them are Amy Tangerine, some of them are Pink Fresh, but I just pulled everything that was summery and pool themed, and I'm gonna just put them all together and make it work. So I'm matting the photos onto this rainbow piece, and I want to make sure that the 3x4 pieces get stuck down so that I know that I have them in the right, orientation. So I'm trying not to move everything, but just carefully sticking my double-sided adhesive squares behind those photos. And then the center photo, like I said, is a little bit bigger, and it's matted with an extra piece of pattern paper. So that's just going to go right on the top. You could pop it up on foam squares if you wanted to do that. I decided not to do that for this layout. That is definitely something that you could do if you really want to make it stand out a little bit more. And then I got to put this on my mixed media cardstock, basically. This came together really, really fast. I know that this video isn't under 10 minutes, but it really did come together quickly. I didn't let my mixed media dry overnight. And you can see I'm adding in a little bit more because once I saw where I was going to be placing the photos with the matting and everything, I thought I kind of want a little bit more of that mixed media sticking out from behind the photos. And sometimes that happens. You could, if I had done my photos and gotten them all together first, I could have made little pencil lines so that I knew where they were going to go and knew where I wanted to do the mixed media. But sometimes it's just easy to put down the mixed media, and then if you need more, you can add more. If you put too much, don't worry, it's going to get covered up. So, you can always add more. That's what I like to think, and I will be adding a little bit more at the end. But you can see I didn't even wait for the extras that I added on to like properly dry. I just started sticking my photos down and all my embellishments, like whatever. But if you were worried about getting the color on clothing, stickers, photos, etc., definitely let your mixed media dry overnight, or get one of those heat guns that are used for embossing powder that can kind of help dry things a little bit faster. But sometimes they just don't care, right? So now I just got to figure out the embellishments. So going with the sketch, that looks like there's an embellishment on the bottom left and one on the top right. And then the title is kind of like in the center with some, I guess, journaling down on the right-hand side of it. So I'm going to do that, but I'm also going to kind of change things up. There were a lot of really good stickers in that Simple Stories. I think it was the Retro Summer collection. Lots of good stickers. I was like, do I want the pool chair? Because the picture of the selfie of me is me at a pool chair. Do I want the pool? Do I want the little bag with all the pool supplies? Like I could not... I wanted all of them, but I knew I wasn't going to be able to get all of them. So I actually am going to change things up a little bit. I knew I really wanted to do the pineapples, if only because one of the top pineapple is from an old Simple Stories collection. And then the smaller pineapple is an Amy Tangerine, I don't know what it is, charm or something. I just knew I wanted to get the pineapples on here because I had two of them and I wanted them to go together and I wanted to get them used up out of my stash. So I was definitely married to the pineapples. I went for the pool in favor of the pool, instead of the pool chair. I figured, you know what, I'm going to have a lot of other pool photos from July and August. So there will be other opportunities for me to use these other stickers. I'm using an old Simple Stories little journaling spot by the top pineapple. That's where I am going to do my journaling. Unlike with the original sketch where it just was embellishments, I am going to do some journaling in there. It's got little flip-flops. And then I liked that pool umbrella. It's like you're looking at the top of it going down. And it's a sticker, but I decided to pop it up on a foam square just for some added visual interest. I've got another little sticker next to the pineapple, and I'm using the sticker that says Pool Rules as my title. And then underneath the title, I'm going to stick some extra Simple Stories phrase stickers along with another little embellishment sticker. And you could, I could have said, all right, I'm done. But what I thought was, I just felt like there was too much white space above everything. So I decided to take that rainbow paper and make a little like taggy thing sticking out from the top so that I'm kind of tying that, it's the same paper that is behind all of the photos. So I'm just bringing that element to another section of the layout. And I just cut a little triangle out of the bottom to turn it into a little banner. And then this gives me another space to add more embellishments and more of those great stickers that I was having a really hard time figuring out if I should use them or not. And I did ink the edges of everything in black just to make it stand out a little bit more against the mixed media and against the white cardstock. Before I go any further, I hope that you are enjoying this video and are getting inspired, and that after you finish hopping along, or before you go start hopping along, you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss more process videos from me. I do one every Tuesday, as well as different hops throughout the month, so I'd love to have you be part of the channel. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back, and thanks for watching this video all the way to the end. Let me know in the comments what your favorite part of summer is. So real quick, the stickers up at the top, one of them was a sun and one of them was a bikini. The bikini had actually torn, but I still decided to use that sticker, and then I just layered the sun kind of on top over the section that had gotten torn, so you don't know, but I still got to use both stickers without having to throw it away. Then I'm just throwing in a couple of random enamel dots in some bright summery colors. I also added in some silver enamel gems just because I didn't have a whole lot of enamel dots to go along with these things. So, throwing in those little pieces just gives added dimension, some added shine, really builds out some of those embellishment clusters. And then I'm going to add some splatters. So I'm doing one of my favorites, Kitsch Flamingo, just because there is some pink in the pattern papers that I chose, as well as that bright yellow is also in the pattern papers. And I will use that lemonade color to do some more splatters, just because I do like to sometimes, when I do smushing, I do like to bring that color back into this with the splatter so that you're seeing it in two different ways. And then I'm also going to add in some speckled egg because I love that color as well. All three of these colors are probably my favorites. And there is a little bit of that sort of like tealish color in the pattern papers that I used. So splatters, I've got smushing technique. This is my favorite way to use mixed media, to be quite honest with you. And it's so easy And it's just fun. It's just a great way to add some extra color and like design to a solid piece of cardstock. So I hope that you enjoyed this video and that you come back next time for lots more scrapbook process videos and scrapbooking fun. Thanks so much for watching, you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.